Playing a game of chess here at the 5-5 time control. Playing on the white side, I've got a Sicilian, an O'Kelly, for which is one of the very few moves where d4 is not a good move. I'm going to play c3, which is a system I've started to try to pick up a bit. Not only against the O'Kelly, but more broadly. I played the O'Kelly a bit myself. So one of the ideas here in some cases is to play c4 to push this queen off. If I play c4 now though, there's queen e4 check or queen e6 check. I need to block and then d4 can be taken and I don't really have anything. So I think I'm going to lead with bishop e3. Maybe I should play h3 to control this square. It's kind of slow, but I'm going to go for that. There's e6. We're going to go bishop e3. Okay, and now I have an option of recaptures. I can play bishop takes, I can play knight takes, or I can play pawn takes. Pawn takes is worse for my structure. I get this IQP, but it does give me the possibility of developing my knight to c3 with tempo, which is where it wants to go. I think that's in the spirit of the position. I don't want to spend too much time on a decision like this. I'm going to go ahead and play knight c3 here. Obviously not threatening the queen right now. Queen a5 comes, I at least have, well, the potential for a bishop move. Bishop d3 looks like a more active square than e2. Can my opponent play e5? No, it doesn't look like it, so let's go ahead and play this. Okay, and now if I castle, take, rook c1, the queen moves. And I can always play bishop d2 here. Castling is the most natural move. It's just, it seems to lose a pawn right now. And I'm trying to figure out if I can get away with. After rook c1, the queen goes somewhere. Let's say a5. That covers c7. I have knight g5 coming. I think it's kind of reasonable compensation. Like, black is so underdeveloped here, but can also just play queen c2 maybe? How is queen c2? Queen c2 looks okay. Gonna recapture with the pawn here if taken, and I'm just gonna castle next move on most moves. I'm eyeing h7, which is, I'm not threatening to take right now, but it locks down the f6 knight to defending h7. Note that I can't play a3. I cannot play a3 right now to actually threaten. We're gonna castle now to actually threaten the bishop because take. Well, take is not a threat because the rook on a1 was hanging. The a pawn would have been pinned, but now that's no longer true. Of course, it just took voluntarily without me being prompted there to. Okay, so now bishop g5 or knight g5 or just rook b1. I don't think playing anything to g5 is doing much right now. Is my opponent potentially threatening to play knight d5? Then I can play, I don't know, bishop d2. The knight looks pretty on d5, but I don't know that it's doing a lot. I think I'm just going to keep developing my pieces. Knight d7. Can think about a4. Where is that knight from d7 going? Probably f8. Yeah, I'm going to play a4 here, just to clamp down on b5. Sure. And after this, what are you doing? In some cases, I can advance my central pawns. H7 is also still a little bit tender. I'm not threatening g4 right now because h3 would hang, but in some cases, g4 is kind of close to trapping the queen. Yeah, like I could play king h2, and that would actually be threatening g4 to trap the queen. Okay, but not now because g4, knight takes g4 could come. So, yeah, c4, the knight retreats. I haven't really gotten much. I think I want to continue developing with rook e1. This knight isn't doing anything actively right now. Just leaving all of these things in reserve and potentially threatening rook e5. This queen is still a little bit short of squares, huh? Okay, does rook e5 not win on the spot? Queen is attacked, and where can it go? h6 is covered, g6 is covered, g5 is covered, all the things on the fifth rank are covered. f3, g4 are covered, h4 is covered by the knight, h3 is covered. It looks like it's trapped. Is there some counterattack you can make on my queen? There are a couple, but they just lose the knight on d5. So then there's also g5, but that just still loses the queen. I'm pretty sure this just wins. Okay, and the 5-second increment is going to mean that my conversion shouldn't be too hard after I've won my material here, even if my opponent doesn't immediately resign, which we'll see. Oh, let's see. If knight b4, I just take it. If knight e3, I just take it with the bishop. Knight f4, I take the queen. Knight takes c3, I could take the queen, and then knight takes b1, and then I save my rook. Or I take on h7. That must be winning. I mean, I could also just take the knight, and the queen is still trapped. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what black might try to do here to get out of it. Knight takes c3. Okay. This doesn't... Well, I just have to take. I don't see what the idea is. It's just to play on down a ton of material. Okay. Let's go A5. Rook back to E1. Let's take here. And take here. And probably bishop G5 coming next, and not if knight H7. Yeah, bishop G5 looks good. Just take control of this square. That's fine. Queen E4, Queen B3, Queen A2, Queen A2, Bishop E6, F4, take. So Bishop E6 is the idea, huh? Let's just play this. Okay. Yeah, this is not optimal, but I think I have Queen A2. Okay, rook E3, take. I lose the exchange. Rook D1 seems fine. I just lose one of these pawns. That's not a big deal. Threaten. I guess this square is covered. Okay. Still rook E3? Oh my. Well, this is probably falling. I've bungled this a bit, but I should still be winning. I'll be happy if you take the bishop. Yeah, okay. No such luck. Okay, but I'm still up a rook for a queen for a rook. You have a pawn, but the pawn shouldn't be consequential. Need to get after this guy. Getting my queen to the C7 area. Let's go here. Gonna have to play E4 at some moment, probably. Okay, now here. Oh, I should have just taken this pawn. That was the whole point of IV. Well, this still isn't so bad. Let's reposition this bishop. I feel like I'm missing a threat. I don't know what my opponent's doing, but I'm running short of time. My commentary may suffer. So I have an outlet here on h4, and I'd also just like to play like queen a8. Okay, so now everything's covered, both my weaknesses. If I step up, I'm getting in trouble, so we need to step backwards. This doesn't work, does it? I can play this move. And your rook has run out of squares? Oh, there's that. Okay. Let's get out of that. This way. Now this bishop looks trapped. If I come here, then there's rook b5. Okay. Just go queen c7. Okay, now let's activate the king. Okay, well this is going to help a lot because now I have e6, e7, e8 coming in a lot of scenarios. If I take e6, no, that doesn't quite work, I don't think. Okay, now take e7. This still doesn't work. Here? Here. Fine. I'm gonna be able to advance this guy, okay? Bishop still controls this pawn. And that's gonna be the game, finally. I expect resignation now. Yeah, so a bit of aimless wandering in that conversion after playing kind of badly, but interesting game. Let's go over it here a little bit. Okay. And Yup. H3. Okay, it just liked bishop E3 anyway. Probably playing a little scared. E6, bishop E3. Not a big deal. I have some small advantage. Bishop B4, knight C3, castles, bishop D3. These all fairly logical moves. Can I castle here? It does like castling. Let's look at this, since this was something I was concerned about. Yeah, and it thinks my compensation is pretty good. Rook C1, Queen A5, and then just knight E5, and just... Yeah, it's coming down a little now. Knight E5, what if like knight D7? Bishop F4, take. Is I assume it how it wants to take. How does it want to take? It wants to take with the bishop, okay. And just, sure, Queen D8. Yeah, if I get this rook to the 7th, I guess it's going to be good. Okay. So it did like that, but okay. This is also not too bad. Queen H5. And yeah, just developing, although it wants to develop a little bit differently. Knight D7, A4 it likes. Bishop D2, it wanted bishop G5. Yeah, okay, maybe that's better, the F6 thing. Rook E1, and then just a blunder because now I have the queen. And these were all fine. F4 wasn't the best. This wasn't the best. Rook D3. And then here, this one of these moves kind of mess up. I think it's this one maybe. Yeah, because now there's knight E4 and king F3 and take there. But I'm still obviously quite winning. And I should have just taken that pawn there, but then after that, I wasn't sure what it really wanted me to do. Queen B8, yeah, again, I missed another chance to just take that pawn. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody, whoever, all of you.